Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. This Friday night and next Friday night, I'm going to begin to teach on healing, and then the last Sunday before Dag Mills is with us, I'm going to again continue to teach you on healing as we build our faith for a great set of revival meetings, and we're greatly looking forward to all of you joining us. Big healing crusade. But right now, I want us to come back to Isaiah 42, one of the most beautiful passages talking about our Savior. Here is my servant, verse 1, whom I uphold, my chosen one in whom I delight. Notice God said he's going to uphold Jesus. I will put my spirit on him, and he will bring justice to the nations. He will not shout or cry out or raise his voice in the streets. He's not a demonstrator. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out. He doesn't put people down when they're already struggling. In faithfulness he will bring forth justice. He will not falter or be discouraged till he establishes justice on the earth. In his law the islands will put their hope. Now that last part just blows me away. He will not falter or be discouraged. Now that's one of the things I meditate on in devotions. Jesus, how did you do that? You didn't stumble on the journey. You didn't stumble doing the will of God, and you didn't get discouraged. Because, forgive me, we get discouraged. I mean, I sometimes, I was telling my wife the other night, I said, sometimes, honey, it's just so discouraging. You see the false prophets with all the money, and you see these great young pastors who could change the world, and they struggled for every centavo. And you sit there in a service, and you see a guy that you know was drunk as a skunk on Saturday night, standing up on Sunday morning acting all holy, and everybody and you just, you can get discouraged. Like King David, sometimes you go, Lord, I don't understand. Why do the wicked prosper? And intellectually, okay, I'm going to come to the presence of God, and God's going to show me their end, and I'm going to feel better about it. But Jesus never even needed to do that. He never got discouraged. With the beatings that he received, and people wanting to throw him off the cliff, and the rejection that he faced, he never got discouraged. All the names people called him, and he never got discouraged. All the people who betrayed him and turned their back on him, and he never got discouraged. All the corruption that he saw in the ministry in his father's house, and he never got discouraged. This is one of those passages I come before God and I say, Jesus, I have a long way to go. And then I remember, Jesus was always watching the Father. Whatever the Father's doing, I'm also doing. Whatever the Father speaks, that I'm also speaking. Jesus kept his eyes on the Father. I think you and I, forgive me, the reason we get discouraged, you and I spend too much time looking at what's wrong, and we need to spend our time looking at the one who is right.